This is day 4 of 20 days of learning with Illustrator. Let's talk about the text tool. The text tool in Illustrator allows me to type anything. It can be accessed clicking the T over on the toolbar, or you can use T as a keyboard command. There are 2 different ways to add text. I can either click and add text to a given point, or you can click and drag to create an area and then the text will fill that space. As I type within this space, my text will wrap around that area, and when I switch back over to my selection tool, notice that these 2 different types of text interact differently with the transform handles. I can modify my text completely in the first option, whereas the second option just changes the area in which I'm adjusting my text. Regardless of the way that you create the text, you can modify the text type by double-clicking this circle. This will change it either to an area fill or to a bounding box that surrounds my text, where I can transform my text using the handle again. Once I create my text, I can modify it using the character window right over here. I can change the font that I want, or I can adjust whether I want bold. It's generally accepted that you shouldn't transform your text in a way that distorts your text. If you need to adjust things like text size or spacing, that can be done over here on the right using these tools. I can adjust my size to the size that I might want, or I can even control the vertical or letter spacing within my text here. I can also control little details like how I want my text to align, as well as adding hyphens or no hyphens at the end of my lines. Let's look at some of the alternative text tools, starting with the type on path. If I come over to the text tool, click and hold, I can select type on path. This allows me to find any path, click that path, and I can now type along that path. This is a great way to create text that needs to conform to a specific shape. I can also use the type and area tool by clicking and holding, selecting area type tool, and then clicking within a path. This allows me to type any message, and that message will stay within the confines of my path. You can also wrap text around objects in Illustrator. The first step is to add your text. Once your text is added, go to the selection tool and make sure that your text is right underneath whatever object you're choosing to wrap. So in this case, I have my head here. I'm going to drag this up above my text right there so that it's right above. Then I click on the object I want to wrap. I come up to Object, select Make Text Wrap, Make, and now my text will wrap around the object. The advantage of using the text wrap is now if I modify my text at all, it will continue to adjust and wrap based upon where the object is in my artwork. Let's look at some real life examples of when I might use some of these text tools. Here we have a patch. Let's go ahead and add text to these 2 paths here using our type on path tool. So I come up to my text tool, click and select type on path. I then click on the path and I'll type explore. Maybe we'll do all caps here. And in this case, my Explorer is not really lining up where I want it to be, so I'm going to use the direct selection tool to now modify, using this line here, the actual bounds of my text on my path. I also may want to choose to align this differently, but we'll go ahead and keep it centered here in this case. Let's add text to the other side, just like we did with the first side. Same thing, I'm going to go ahead and expand this line here with my direct selection tool. There we go, I think I like it. You could also use the text on path tool to write on a banner or a message or something like that and have it follow your path. So I select type on text or type on path, select the path. I'm going to go ahead and type congratulations. And using my direct selection tool, I'll go ahead and modify where the bounding is on my text. In this case, I probably want to modify my text just a little bit. So I'm going to change this to a white. And we'll change the text to this nice fun font and increase the size. Let's use my keyboard to bump this down a little bit. And we've got a banner. Let's see how it looks when I fill in this arm with text using my area type tool. All I have to do is select my area type tool just like I have, and then I select the path I want to fill. I click on that. It will fill with sample text, but I can put my own text in here as I see fit. In this case though, we're just going to use the sample text. Click away and you can see my text has taken the shape that was originally in that space. That's everything with the text tool. Hope you have a fantastic day and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.